Hare Krishna. Maturity means to acknowledge that no one is obliged to fulfill our needs. When a child is small, the child cries and expects that others will come running to fulfill its need. The child is hungry, the child just cries, and the mother comes and provides food. But when that same child grows up into an adult, the child understands. Even if I cry, the world is not obliged to provide me food. That doesn't mean food will not be provided for. The child has to find out where food will be provided, or the adult has to find that out and make the necessary arrangements. Maybe take a job, go to some place where food is given. So when we grow adult, we understand that no one is obliged to fulfill our needs. If the adult keeps crying like a child, then people will say, grow up. So we understand this with respect to our physical needs. But the same principle applies to our emotional needs. Sometimes we may need attention, we may need sympathy, we may need a shoulder to cry on, caring ear to hear. We may need some affection, some sensitive hearing, some friendship. But sometimes we may not get it. Sometimes we may expect it from a particular person. We wonder, why is this person not providing it to me? Why is this person being so insensitive, uncaring, heartless? Even if we are in a close relationship with others, that does not necessarily mean that they are obliged to fulfill our needs. Actually, to emotionally grow up means to understand that every one of us is an independent individual. We are not independent of Krishna, but we are independent in the sense that we are all existentially alone. And every one of us has to take responsibility to fulfill our needs. If we have a need for emotional understanding, then we have to find friends in our social circle who will understand us. We will have to find out how in a healthy way I can get that need fulfilled. If we have an intellectual nature where we need to understand things intellectually, then if we are studying and practicing spirituality, then we need to associate with devotees who will not dismiss our intellectual needs as dry intellectualism, but will satisfy those needs by helping us understand things from an intellectual perspective. So complaining, moping, fretting does not signify maturity. It signifies emotional infancy. Krishna says this is the characteristic of the mode of ignorance. 18.35 in the Bhagavad Gita states, Ya swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madamevacha na vimunjati durmedha dhruti sa partha tamasi. So dhruti tamasi, intelligence in the mode of ignorance, means that when our consciousness gets caught in fearing, lamenting, resenting, then that indicates we are not yet grown up. By understanding the Bhagavad Gita and by understanding that we as souls have been given with free will and each of us has individual initiative and responsibility, even if we are alone, we are still with Krishna. And by connecting with Krishna and then getting inner stability, by that connection, then we can look outwards to see how our needs can be fulfilled. When we recognize that fulfilling our needs is our responsibility, not anyone else's responsibility, that is when we attain maturity. Thank you. Hare Krishna.